Whoa, okay. Sorry about that. I forgot I accidentally muted the mic. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm over here talking to myself for a while. VIOTEK, thank you so much for shouting that out. And I just wanted to say, and Aaron, thank you so much for shouting that out. So, yeah, let's start again. So, Airways kind of let me know on the previous stream with WRC 9 that iRacing's back up. They've been down for about 7 hours or so for this update for the series. We now have the C8 Corvette C8R. And just finished installing it. We're going to be testing it none other than the Nürburgring Nordschleife. It's going to be a short test here. I just got to experience it, got to test it. I'm a huge fan of the C8 program. I have, bingo, I have a 2018 Camaro ZL1, and I do track the car. I love, I'm a big GM fan. The C8, it blows my mind constantly. I love that car. Hopefully one day I'll get one. It's going to be pre-owned. I'm not really sure how long I want to wait because I'm kind of wanting that Z06 once it does release, but I'm going to have to wait for it to be pre-owned before we can afford it. So I'm not sure how long I want to wait to get into a C8. We might just get a base C8 and then kind of go from there, but that's neither here nor there. I can't believe we are in a C8 in iRacing. I am so happy they have gotten this car so fast, because sometimes it takes them a little while. You know what I mean? Sometimes iRacing it takes them just a little bit to get the updates, get the cars, get the list, and yeah, I can't wait. Some people asked in the previous stream about the 30 series NVIDIA cards. Just a quick update on that. As soon as I can. As soon as they go live, I'm going to try my best to get a 3090, whether it's through NVIDIA, whether it's through EVGA, or whoever. I'm going to just try my best to get my hands on a 3090. So, yeah, hopefully you'll see a 3090 here at some point in the near future. All right, so let's switch this screen over. And let's make sure everything is so for some reason it's not seeing. Let's see here. New. How come you're not seeing iRacing? All right, so we'll just do display capture. That's the wrong display. There we go. All right, here we go. So here we are. Let's.
No data found for this car and track. Please tune manually from a recorded lap.
All righty. You heard it there first. So we, oh man, that wheel feels heavy. So we don't have any sound. So let me change. I got to change some settings here. Let's see, sound. There we go. So I was trying to go to my, X Audio 2. That's direct sound versus X Audio. That's new. I don't know what that's about. Enable LFE for the bass shakers. Roman, how you doing? There we go. So now we can actually hear it. Let's see what type of... All right, that's appropriate. And then... Control F12 brings up this menu here, so that way you could kind of adjust your seat position. Let's pull this back just a little bit. I think that's probably going to feel good there. So Control F12 brings up this menu. You could also do this if you want to take any screenshots or whatnot, because you could completely move this camera around. You just have to be in the car first, just for a moment. And we're going to go to save. All right, let's test this darn thing. Let's see what this is like. I don't know if you could see all these. My dash going red. This is going red. This is nuts. Everything is working. Switzerland, hey, man. Thank you so much. I'm doing good. How about you? I hope everything's going good for you as well. All right, so we don't have the settings configured for this wheel, so let's go to options, gearbox. Let's make sure everything is seen. Everything else. All right, that looks good. Denmark. Awesome. Awesome. How are you all doing? Hopefully everything's going well for you all. All right, let's test this car. I can't believe we're in the C8 in Iracing so fast. We don't have a setup on besides just a baseline setup. Can barely see that dash. I mean the hood. Feels very neutral so far. Very responsive to turn-in. I'm almost feeling like I have to be careful on my inputs that it's... Feels very snappy. Multicultural stream. Those are the best streams. What are you talking about? Oh, just held it in there. I feel like the front end is dragging the rear end around. You know what I mean? Like the front end just gripping so hard. So it's only 6 gears. No setup for this car and track combination. And this feels so good so far. I feel like I felt like there I was going to lose it. I didn't know if I was going to. The car started feeling light. Got a little off track. Had a little bit of an understeer there. Getting some really good frames per second while streaming. It's not bad at all, over 120. Wonder if there was some optimizations they done on the graphical side. So hopefully we'll get our hands on a 3090 when they're first released. We'll really test the differences between this 2080 Ti system and the 3090 with the sim title. So if you want to stay tuned for that, definitely subscribe. I'm going to be doing the full groups of tests, you know, as usual. And then VR. I really hope VR sees an uplift in performance that's very significant with this 3090 as opposed to what we have with our 2080 Ti. I don't really see a big visual improvement. The UI in Iracing definitely... Oh no, what am I doing? Well, the damage model... I got completely sidetracked in my thinking here. Alright. Yeah, I can't believe I went off the track there. What the heck was I thinking? The UI does look a little different in Iracing. You could use the default UI still, but it is changed. It has changed a little bit. It looks a little cleaner. I didn't really dive too deep into it, being that it just came live, but it did strike me that it did look different. All right, let's get a lap in now that I've felt it a little bit. Let's see where we are. Up, off track. A lot of front end hopping when you really push it. I'm sure that could all be tuned out with a proper setup for this car and track. Again, only 6 gears. Oh, no, 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 no. I was getting way too cocky with it. Darn it, we did it again. What am I doing? All right. Nixos, what's going on? Oh, man, almost 11, huh? I need to get a clean lap, or at least just a lap. I love the sound of it. I hope this is a hint on what the C8 Z06 is going to sound like, because they're theorizing maybe it's a very similar engine, but it is very snappy. This car is... The turn-in is very quick and kind of almost dangerous here. But at the same time, it's like I got cocky before because I felt like I had so much front-end grip that I could make that turn. Couldn't. Wasn't going to happen. I didn't even set it up correctly, too, so that's... Downshift. Made sure to downshift there. Getting a lot of little vibrations from the rig and a lot of motion that I would only get from cars that you can tell the suspension's really, really, really stiff. So, I mean, it makes sense, you know. It's a GTE car, so I would imagine it to be so. And that's kind of also what I'm feeling through the wheel as well. But for no setup, this is going to be a beast of a car when you have a setup. Oh man, so glad I bought it. Doesn't like the curbs much, that I can tell you. Don't ride up the curbs if you can handle it. Oh man, it wants to understeer more than oversteer. On the baseline setup. That's just baseline. I mean, all this again can be completely tuned out. I'm sure of it. Oh man. Definitely have to turn the motion down for this car. I'm only at 65%, I think I am. This is like on the edge of too high for me. Oh, yep, you could tell just how tight that suspension is. Car was like bouncing on the carousel. It did not like it, but it held it in. I mean, it wasn't hard to hold it in, but it was fighting it. Didn't like it. Some sliding here. This is woo! Oh man, I feel like I'm riding a mechanical bull now. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hold in there. Oh man. All right. Let me see if I can do this. All right, I lowered it down. I lowered the motion down to 28. There's just so much coming from this car. All right, here we go. One more lap. Let's see what we could do time-wise. Oh, that grip. This feels serious, guys. Out to the edge. Vixos, how you doing, buddy? Oh, oversteer there. Half fell out of the carousel. That's all right. Oh, oh, oh. If you have any questions about this car, about the feel of it or anything like that, let me know anything specific. So far, it just feels hooked up. I mean, very neutral. A little bit more inclined on the baseline setup to understeer than oversteer. But I could just see this car with a proper setup is going to be incredible. Little rear end slide there, but nothing too significant. Brendan, yeah, that was a long time ago, man. Those videos are from 2015, 2016, around there. Yeah, we are on a, this is a Prosimu T1000 3 degrees of freedom motion rig. We have the Sim Experience AccuForce Pro V2 direct drive wheel and Fanatec gear as far as our pedals and shifter and handbrake. All right, so what was that lap time wise? I don't have my black box up. Let's see what that was. If it'll allow us to. Let's see. Come on, get out. Oh, I didn't set the escape button. Did I not set the escape button? There we go. All right. For some reason that wasn't working there. So that was a 6:44.999. Not bad. Not bad at all. Very happy with that time. You know, I know there's going to be faster out there, especially with the proper setups, good practice and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, this car, I know I sound like a fanboy, but maybe I am. Maybe it is what it is. Thing sounds amazing. Looks great. Very, very tight suspension. And I think it's going to be very driver friendly. So coming in, if this is a new series you want to get into, this car definitely didn't feel like it had a lot of issues that you have to try to overcome to really learn the car. It felt very neutral. And again, with a setup, like whether you're with VRS or, you know, whatever other company you're with, or making your own setups, or if you have friends that can make you setups or anything like that, with the proper setup for the car and track combination, I think this car is going to be an absolute beast and very hard to beat. It felt very, very, not necessarily that it's perfectly controllable and it's like a cheat code. The car was relaying the information to me, even though we don't even have the proper Sim Commander profile for it. You know, we're trying to use the cloud profile. I do have a proper Iracing profile, just a general Iracing profile. But the car was communicating not only to the rig, and I was able to feel that from, you know, sitting in the rig. Didn't just feel like erroneous motion. I was able to tell just how tight the car was. The traction loss was only doing a little bit because we weren't really losing the rear much. It was mostly understeer, and that's just because of the setup. But the information coming through the wheel itself, there was a heck of a lot of telemetry coming through the wheel that I was able to feel, and that's kind of what lends itself to be able to drive a car without much practice. So I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love with this car. Straight out of the gate, it looks really good. The dashboard looks really good. I use my own dashboard. You can see this one here. This is just an old phone running Sim Dashboard. And then, you know, we have this tachometer with a shift light from Sim Racing Studio. I use my own stuff, but the dashboard in the car itself looked really good. 644, I can't completely complain about that. But yeah, look at that. You know, and I'm sure with the black box up, let's see if we do turn that on. Might be able to switch. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Show black box. Let's pop that up. See what controls we have here. So you do have different traction control settings, brake pressure bias, which is going to be nice because we hopefully have a dashboard that's getting made right now. Hopefully it's going to be shipping out within the next few days, that we're going to be able to adjust traction control and brake pressure bias physically very easily. Different engine maps here. We're on engine map 1. We could definitely adjust the driver's seat position from within here. But remember, control F12 when you're in the menu. You can have full control over the camera and save that. Let's see. So I don't really see a way to change the screen on the... Might be in the controls. but sometimes it's within black box that you can actually change your dashboard screen to a different screen. But yeah, everything's perfectly legible there. Everything looks really good. Can't wait to try this car in VR. Maybe tomorrow morning. We'll try this car in VR, spend a lot more time with this car and track combination. But I do got to say, first drive, I'm psyched. And I can't wait to try the series that this car is going to be in. I know I do a lot of Michelin Tire Pilot, what was it? Michelin Pilot Sport Challenge or Michelin Tire Pilot Cup Sport Challenge. I don't know. With the Audi RS3. We do a lot of races within that series. And we're going to continue to do that, but this is only going to add to the mix and made me a lot more excited to get back into iRacing, get back to that A license. And yeah, did you guys see that emblem on the back there? Here, let me put this on the chase cam. Look at that. I don't know if you could all see that there if I have my mouse on the screen or not. Yes, I do. Look at that. That's the Corvette like Punisher logo. That thing is so awesome that that's in there. Anyway, everyone, I'm Crash. This is RTA Motorsports. Definitely come back tomorrow. We're going to be spending a lot more time with this C8. Hopefully, maybe even get into a race if we have enough time. Or maybe a practice session with other cars. Kind of see where we are. See if there's any setups out there for this car for some of the sessions that are going to be going on. If you haven't tried it out, I highly recommend it, especially if you like GTE or GT3 style racing. You know we love ACC and GT3 style cars. So this is definitely going to be something we're going to pay attention to very, very closely. And hopefully we'll get into it in VR and take a further look at the interior and really just see what this interior looks like in VR space. As soon as the 3090s are available, we're going to be placing our order for one. Hopefully we'll get the first release or the first string of deliveries for the 3090. So if you want to see how a 3090 will increase your performance from a 2080 Ti, which is what we have right now, definitely stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing a whole suite of testing. I've been researching different ways to capture 1% lows, things like that. We're going to be doing that for all the normal titles that we normally do our testing for, as well as I'm going to be doing testing for VR performance from the 2080 Ti to the 3090. So if you guys are interested in all that for a sim racing based testing suite, definitely subscribe. I'll appreciate that. Everyone, catch you all next time. Have a great day and stay safe.